walking all by myself. No one to talk with when I'm happy on the shelf. They're coming to get you, Henry. Ha ha! That's really funny, Gary. Really cute. Hello, I'm your host with the mustache, Henry R. Mockingbird.
I'm Gary.
And this season, we are going to try to dive into some new genres, as well as dive further into some old ones that we touched upon last season. And thanks to Gary's little lipstick on the mirror routine, brings us to the genre we are going to touch upon today, the horror genre, starting with the 1932 Most Dangerous Game. So let's arm up as we go hunting for the Most Dangerous Game. The Most Dangerous Game is about a crazy hunter who brings people to his island and hunts them down. What do I think? Well, I'll tell you. I think it's pretty good. This movie uses many horror cliches like a lit candle and the classic mute butler. The hunter is Count Zordon, who makes quite the appearance quite elegantly walking down the stairs.
They know how to make an entrance.
Zordon is played by Leslie Banks, who was also in The Man Who Knows Too Much. Not That Man Who Knows Too Much, that one, the one starring Peter Lorre. Boy, this role would have been tailor-made for Bela Lugosi, or Vincent Price, or maybe even Christopher Lee. And now that I mentioned Christopher Lee, I wonder how the hell did Hammer never get around to remaking this movie? I mean, they remade both She and 1,000,000 Years BC. Why not this one? Count Zordon uses many tactics, including a bow and arrow, a gun, and he even sicks the dogs on them. This movie has some gruesome highlights, like a decapitated head mounted on a wall and a head in a jar. Good grief, was Count Zordon friends with Captain Love? Robert Rainsford is a hunter who finds out what it feels like when he's the prey instead of the hunter. Robert Redford is played by Joel McCrea, who was also in Birds of Paradise as well as Sullivan's Travels. The movie is based on a book by Richard Connell.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
Why does the set look so familiar? I keep expecting them to run into King Kong.
Well,
there's a good reason.
If you remember our King Kong video, I talked about how The Most Dangerous Game was being made at the same time as King Kong and had the same cast and crew as King Kong. Not only did it have the same cast and crew as King Kong, but most of the sets from Most Dangerous Game would later be used in King Kong.
Wow! Are you sure there isn't a Brontosaurus in that swamp?
Let's continue. One of the directors was Irving Pitchell, who you might remember from my She review. One of the producers was David O. Selznick, who also produced Gone with the Wind as well as Rebecca. Directors and producers of the film were Marion C. Cooper and Ernest Shostak, who also produced and directed the 1933 King Kong. And then there's Martin Trowbridge, played by Robert Armstrong, who plays a very different role than that of King Kong. Here he plays more of a drunk. There's Eve Trowbridge, played by Fay Wray. Not a whole lot to say about her performance, just it's pretty good. I talked about most of the ups of the film, but what are the downs of the film? Well, there is one. One problem with this film is that it takes a while to get going. The hunt doesn't really start until about 38 minutes in.
Could you be any slower? Don't answer that.
That's pretty much all I have to say about The Most Dangerous Game. Well, until the next review, this is Henry R. Mockingbird, your host with the mustache, signing off. I give the film 5 stars. Do not forget to comment down below, push like, and subscribe, and ring bell for new contact. If you'd like to request an old school movie on this show, please do so by requesting it in the comments.